I think it's going to be a very intense fight because Brandon Lowe is one of the people that he's going to bring the fight to you. Like, he keep coming straight for it. Ain't no bagging up. He coming straight for it.
It's a fight I've been wanting. He's been around a long time. He's a tough fight, so it's just a tough fight that I want.
This fight with Brandon Lowe is really going to put my skills to the test. It's really going to let me know where I stand at. I'm focused on going in there and just beating him to the punch. Ain't no bagging up. We going straight for it. I don't really want to give him a chance to get his momentum going. As the round goes on, he picks up his pace and he gets real hype, so I'm in there to try to cut it off real short.
My game plan is keep it on the feet, sprawl and brawl, but take the fight where I feel it needs to be taken. But it's a tough fight, but I think I'll knock him out on the feet in the first.
Brandon Lowe, I'm bringing the fight to you. I know you're going to bring it to me. I'm ready, you ready. It's going to be one good fight. Just know I'm coming.
What a fight. Brandon Lowe taking on Travon Crawford. Now let's take a look at the keys to victory here for Travon Crawford. He has to stay long and use his distance. The other thing he's got to do is survive the blitz. Now, Lowe comes in just absolutely just flying, and then he needs to take it to deep water. See what happens whenever Brandon Lowe goes into the later rounds. Keys to victory here for Brandon Lowe, brought to you by Title Boxing. He's got to keep that pressure, land those heavy hands, and control that pace. He has such that blitzing style that's where he's going to win this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for tonight's main event. Please welcome to the cage, Travon Crawford.
Making his way into the cage tonight, it is Travon Crawford. Now, Travon, a perfect 1-0 record in the world of mixed martial arts as a professional. As we said, he is no stranger to being in the big fights. His professional debut was in front of 18,000 people at Guns N' Hoses and looks to keep that momentum alive tonight and shutting down Brandon Lowe.
Yeah, we've talked about it all night. He made his professional debut in a big way at that event. And now he's looking to piggyback on that momentum and just take it up a notch.
Travon Crawford is one of the toughest guys that we have seen step into the cage. No matter how or when, he said that it is my time. He says, I know that I'm the underdog in this fight. I don't care.
He believes it. He believes that he's confident and he's well-rounded and dangerous.
With this fight, Travon Crawford has got to control the pace. He needs to find a way to slow down Brandon Lowe. That is the biggest thing that's going to work in his favor, is slowing down that attack, because Brandon Lowe is so much in your face the entire time. He's got to circle, he's got to clinch, he's got to slow it down. His best bet would probably be to get it to the ground and try to hold him for a bit.
Yes, yes. Anytime you get someone that dynamic, that explosive right off the chute, got to find a way to neutralize it quickly.
And his opponent, Brandon Lowe.
Making his way to the cage, out of the war room, it is Brandon Quick Draw Lowe. Brandon coming off a 3-fight win streak here, including that absolute war with Malcolm Smith in the Shamrock FC cage. He said tonight, Travon Crawford doesn't even stand a chance.
No, he is an intense dude. You can tell by even just his walkout, just the way he's getting ready to step in this cage, he's going to come hard.
Now let's take a look at our Supplement Superstore's tail of the tape. Brandon Lowe, 27, 5'7", 144 pounds. Travon Crawford, 29 years old, 5'7", 145 pounds. Both of these fighters very, very close in size and stature.
Yes, really, really even down the line. I mean, pretty much across the board, Jeremy. You know, stylistically, they bring a lot of different things to the table, but one thing they both are is extremely confident.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. About sponsored by First Form and set for 3 rounds in the Shamrock Fighting Championship Featherweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Metro PCS blue corner, a mixed martial artist that stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs in officially at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Travon the Kid Crawford! Across the cage, his opponent. Fighting out of the Metro PCS red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Wood River, Illinois, Brandon Quick Draw Lowe!
Place has stayed up, Jeremy. I mean, this place has not lost a beat.
No, Jeremy Johnson, along with my partner Ryan Sutton, live at the sold-out River City Casino in St. Louis, Missouri. Main event underway, and here comes Brandon Lowe already.
Yeah, Travon Crawford had an overhand waiting for him, though.
Nice feints there out of Crawford. Big leg kick again. Big shot there, though, coming from Lowe. Crawford trying to get that underhook position, trying to get out of this.
Yeah, good hips from Lowe to be able to, not just to see that position, but Brandon Lowe had a tight double leg there, sucked him down.
Get your head in place.
Now working on deep body lock.
Oh, nice trip there coming out of Brandon Lowe to get this fight to the ground.
Yes, using that outside trip really, really well. Let's see if he smothers him. Lowe forced to give up, Crawford forced to give up his back. Only for a second, though.
Work that knee.
Travon Crawford staying active off his back, peppering him with those short shots.
Posture, Brandon.
Lowe here working, got the feet tied up of Travon Crawford here.
Yes, he does. That's a good way to neutralize someone against the cage, especially someone who's dynamic and wants to find a wall walk. You keep scooping those feet. I mean, you literally have no feet under you.
It's a veteran move there.
Yes, it is.
But as we see Crawford now start to land elbows there into that thigh to try to loosen that up, to try to get some space, gets back to half guard.
And speaking of veteran, Travon Crawford looks unfazed by this initial blitz, this initial takedown pressure, calm, landing shots.
Travon gives up his back, though.
Yeah, gives it up again.
But again, Travon Crawford has had a ton of fights. He's no stranger to these positions.
No, if you've been in one bad spot,
fighting the hands here.
Punch, Brandon.
This is where it's a dog fight. You got to keep fighting that grip. And for Lowe, you've got to take advantage of this position.
You got 3 minutes, Brandon, 3 minutes.
And one thing to note,
I
mean, giving up your back used to be such a deal breaker, but guys have learned.
Oh, big move here by Lowe.
Yes.
But again, Crawford fighting the hands.
Yeah, guys have learned how to fight the hands, use those gloves to make it not so much of a given anymore, a really almost frustrating position to just finish clean. You've got to break someone down now a lot better. Hit him to the head, hit him to the body, loosen him up, flatten him out, then look to secure those chokes.
Yeah, he's got to soften Crawford up here a bit.
And veteran move, that's what he's doing.
Right. Halfway through the first round of this 3-round main event here at River City Casino. Jeremy Johnson along with Ryan Sutton tonight in front of this sold-out capacity crowd.
There you go.
Yeah, what a card and what a fan base.
Again, Lowe here trying to get that position, has the back of Crawford. This is not at all where Travon wants to be, but it isn't. Oh.
Looks like he heeled him
right in the
to
cup.
The midsection, which you see that a lot if they're trying to use your heels actively to kind of loosen up the thighs, but.
And actually, Brandon Lowe absolutely knew it happened.
He knew it. Yeah, he knew it. You kind of can tell. Let's see. Now, this is interesting. Let's see if the referee restarts.
Yeah, where do you go back in position for this?
I don't know.
See, I would think that they would stand them up because of it.
You would think so. You would think that would be the restart position would be a stand-up. Most fouls usually start back up. You know, it would seem contradictory to put someone in such an advantageous position after a foul.
You're closer on that side. Tell him to sit up and drop elbow.
Again, Travon Crawford will get 5 minutes here to make everything work back out.
Yes.
I mean, best way to put it. All right. They are going to go back down in position. Very interesting.
Interesting. Referee's going to be, hey, clean restart.
Yeah, both
clean
of them.
restart. No one jumped. No one tried to really.
No, Brandon knew that he did it wrong. I mean,
Yes.
he was absolutely apologetic for it. Travon fighting the hands now, trying to turn his body in. Travon actually kind of bridging here to put the head of Lowe against the cage, which is an uncomfortable position from the bottom.
Yes, it is.
But now Lowe trying again to fight, though, is going to try to step over into mount.
Yeah, he changes it over into a mount.
Crawford again scrambles, gives up his back again, gets flattened.
This,
There you go.
your chances of finishing that position are so much increased when you flatten somebody out.
But look how calm Travon Crawford is in this position.
He knew that. He had to fight back up, got himself back to a base, still gave up his back, but at least he's putting the pressure on Lowe to where he can't finish this cleanly.
Elbow. Elbow.
But Lowe just all over him.
Yeah, this is that power style of Brandon Lowe.
Elbow.
But Travon doing a great job in the scrambles, but gets flattened again.
Yeah.
This is not where he wants to be.
Brandon.
Double shots coming.
Oh, those are getting,
Big elbows. Referee Mike Anglin right on top of the action.
those are getting violent.
Elbow. Fucking 30 seconds. Elbow. 30 seconds. 30. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Brandon. Come on, work.
Fighting the wrist.
Let him know. If he's in a position like this, take
Again,
off,
though,
drop off.
Lowe is not doing a whole lot whenever he's got the back.
He's fighting
No, I
situations.
think his.
Mount.
But the
think
step
he's-
over to
yeah.
mount, there we go.
Elbow. Elbow.
He's,
Elbow.
he's doing a good job now of grapevine those legs so he can't bridge. But every time he steps up to that high mount, that's when Lowe's bucking, giving up his back.
There you go.
Big elbow from Brandon Lowe. Brandon Lowe in the red tape. Travon Crawford in the blue. 10 seconds here in the first round of this 3-round main event.
Yeah, pretty clear-cut round. I mean, besides some strikes from the bottom, Lowe maintained the advantage position the entire time that round.
So now, if you were in the corner of Travon Crawford having to deal with that, what kind of advice are you giving him?
Now you know you can't give up that takedown. You know, he gave up a takedown, kept trying to scramble up, and just was being put in worse position after worse position. So, gotta avoid that takedown. Keep your range, keep your distance, and do whatever you can to not get buried to the cage and taken down.
Again, though, if you were in the corner, as we look at Mattingly Lumber instant replay, the flattening out of Brandon Lowe, what advice are you giving Brandon Lowe to finish Travon Crawford?
You know, maybe you pepper him a little bit more, set it up. It's a tough position. You don't want to necessarily rush it, but you also have to have a little urgency there to, you know, just try to slap it on.
Yeah, the biggest thing that we saw there is that Brandon Lowe needed to soften up more. Travon Crawford did a great job of fighting the hands as we get ready here for round 2. Oh, we got a little spilled ice in the cage here, spilled ice. Second round in, quick touch of the gloves. Crawford again goes back to that leg kick, but if he's getting taken down, he's got to watch those.
Yes.
Nice duck under from Brandon Lowe.
Yeah, just ducked under that shot.
Blitzing is Crawford, but the scramble does not come up in his favor.
There's that level change in the dump.
Step over, Mount.
Crawford's trying to find the cage. Let's see if Lowe scoops him out again. Yep, steps over to mount,
Let him go to work.
hooks the legs, looks for him to scoop him out, and either jump him out or force Lowe to give up his back again. Good job staying that head under the chin position. Just put so much pressure on your opponent.
It makes it hard to move your head, especially whenever you're trapped up against the cage. It's a painful position to be in. Now Lowe trying to step over here, clinching up both of those legs, making it hard for Travon to try to walk up the cage.
For sure, and where the head goes, the body goes. I mean, if you're just pinning that head, controlling it, there's not enough room for the body to move effectively.
Again, Lowe taking the back of Crawford here.
Flattens
starting
him out.
to land some heavy hands.
And Lowe is being a lot more active now with his back.
Big elbow.
Yeah, forcing him to turn. I mean, he wasn't going to stay there and fight for that choke anymore. He rained down some serious shots.
Crawford trying to work that overhook position, but Lowe, again, as you said, grapevines those legs back.
Posture up. Drop that elbow. Posture up and drop the elbow. Slide your knees up under his armpits. Posture up and elbow.
Lowe scraping his face with his forearm.
There he is. Go to work, man. Go to work. Right there. Elbow. Right there. There you go. Work that elbow.
This is not where Crawford wants to be, eating the end of those elbows.
Nope.
But again, fighting the hands and very, very calm,
Yes.
showing that veteran status.
Yes, showed a lot of composure in fighting off these submissions. And Lowe showing,
Oh, this isn't good. Crawford fighting the hands.
there, got in deep. That is deep. That's a deep choke, Jeremy.
Crawford trying to 2-on-1,
He's
pulls out of it.
Elbow, Brandon. Elbow.
Wow, that was deep for him to reach up and have the wherewithal to pry that grip out.
Post and elbow. Posture and elbow. Post and elbow. Snip elbow. Go.
Big elbow coming from Brandon Lowe here now. Potential looking, almost looks like an arm triangle there for a moment, but goes back to the ground and pound, landing the elbows, and those are just devastating.
Yeah, there's nothing fun about being elbowed, especially when your head is pinned to the mat. It just reverberates
There you go.
through everything.
Let him go. Let him go. Drop the elbow. Elbow. There.
Oh, big elbow shots there. But Crawford dodging.
Yep, and Crawford recognizing that he can't leave his arm hanging up there because Lowe looks like he will snatch that arm triangle if that arm gets stuck there.
Sit. Frame. Posture and frame. Punch. There you go.
Again, big heavy hands here coming from Lowe. Lowe looking with every one of those shots to finish.
Yeah, those are brutal shots.
Do it again. Now, right hand. Frame right hand.
Lowe here trying to make some space. Crawford doing a great job here, though, of maintaining that body lock to not let Lowe do any damage.
Walk into the cage, Brandon.
Yeah, he's staying away from the finish, but just not able to escape. I mean, he is stuck. He's been stuck here for about 5 minutes with Lowe nonstop on him, just creating damage.
Hammer fist. Hammer fist. Hammer fist. Posture. 1 minute. Posture.
Lowe in a power position here as he has got that mount, working heavy neck pressure with the elbow there.
I mean, that is just
There it is. Go to work, Brandon.
as worse of a position as you can imagine being in.
Again, dropping those elbows here is Brandon Lowe trying to finish now. But again, Crawford doing a good job, reaches up, grabs him, pulls him down in, wants to make sure that he's not giving Lowe any space at all to work.
Yeah, never really letting him posture up for too long, for too much extended periods of time. He's getting off those elbows clean, 1, 2, but Lowe is, Crawford is pulling him back down towards him just in the nick of time.
20 seconds. Go.
Crawford is kind of just at the nick of time on everything, either not giving up the choke, not getting finished.
Again, Travon Crawford survives round 2 here in that position. What is it going to take for Travon Crawford to mount some sort of offense, Ryan?
I mean, as of now, it's hard to say. He's down 2 rounds big. He's down 2 rounds in a big way. That last round could have even been scored at 10-8. I mean, he did absolutely nothing besides get mounted up and struck. So he's got to either just let himself go or, again, not get taken down.
Right, as we look at our Mattingly Lumber instant replay here, this is how most of the fight was spent, with Brandon Lowe on the back of Travon Crawford, but Travon fighting the hands, and doing a perfect job like the veteran that he is to stop that choke. A little bit of water there in the cage. They've got to get cleaned up.
Yeah, ice on one side, water on the other.
Fighter safety is of the utmost importance here, so they're going to clean that up to make sure that it is not slippery. Third and final round in our main event of the evening. Quick touch of the gloves. Both fighters still look very fresh here.
Yes, they do. Both look really, really fresh.
Travon has got to get some distance here.
You know, that's surprising for as gritty and grueling as those grappling situations are, even just holding those positions. These guys look this fresh in the third round.
Both look very, very fresh here. Brandon Lowe in the red tape, Travon Crawford in the blue.
Big push kick, didn't even phase Travon. Travon in that kind of low, unorthodox karate style now. Let's see if he explodes into something. Good shell cover there by Brandon Lowe. Drops for the double again.
Again, this has just been the story of this main event, but it's a different style out of Brandon Lowe. I mean, we're seeing he's going back to kind of the old days where he would take people down and just absolutely beat on them. He's got great top position control here.
Elbows.
And after every takedown, he's advancing position. That's the second time in a row where he double-legged him and didn't just pull in guard, double-legged him and jumped into mount. Just slid right into it.
Top, Brandon. Find that elbow on the left ear. Left ear elbow. Brandon, slide out now.
Again here, Brandon Lowe looking for that position. Travon trying to turn in, but ends up in the mount of Brandon Lowe. And a lot of time still for Brandon to work.
Yeah, there's a lot of time for him to finish this fight in this third round.
Give me 30 seconds of strike.
Oh, almost there, reversal.
Very nice from Crawford. Can Lowe sweep him though?
Lowe had that butterfly hook in, shrugs it off, takes his back.
Beautiful technique there out of Brandon Lowe.
Yes, yes it was. Keeping that butterfly hook in to kick over.
Right hand, Brandon. Right hand.
See, that's how you give up a takedown or give up a reversal and don't stay on your back.
Flatten him out, Brandon. Finish it, Brandon.
Crawford trying to hold on to the leg there, trying to stop a little bit of position of that one hook in.
Yes, got that single hook, almost like a leg ride in wrestling.
Head down, Brandon.
See if he looks to throw the other hook in or to pressure him back down.
Working back to half guard is Travon Crawford here. Halfway through this third and final round.
There you go, hammer fist.
Soften up the body. Ooh, elbowing those thighs.
Hit his elbow to
It's a
top,
painful,
Brandon.
painful
Yeah.
thing. Elbows in the pro world, though, are painful anyway. I mean, it's just a devastating strike.
It really is.
Scott, 2 minutes.
So, Ryan, talk about the wrestling and top position prowess here that we've seen out of Brandon Lowe.
Oh, it's been phenomenal. I mean, the pressure's been great. Oh, the pressure's been great. He follows his hips constantly. The ground and pound has been very, very effective. He's just been all over him.
Now let it go.
Just too much pressure.
Again, stepping over into mount is Brandon Lowe, trying to hook up those legs back to half guard. Crawford trying to make a little bit of space here to move.
You know, if this makes it the next 90 seconds, I would be really curious to see if any of these rounds, how they scored them, if they scored them 10-8s.
Exactly.
You know, because with such control on top.
There you go. There you go. Come on.
Third and final round is in the books. So with this fight here, a clear-cut Brandon Lowe victory. I mean, just waiting for the judges to do it, but the top position was the story of this fight.
Yeah, I mean, for you to have a single takedown and stay on top of someone an entire round, that means you were putting pressure on them. That means you were advancing your position constantly, working for a finish constantly, or just too much for them.
Definitely too much there, but Travon Crawford showing the veteran that he was. As we look at our tail of the tape, he survived a lot of bad positions to make this go to the decision. But again, all of it, the fight was the top game of Brandon Lowe. So let's send it up to the cage to Joe Parisi to give us our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Brandon Quick Draw Lowe!
Yep, all straightforward rounds. I mean, no question about it.
No, very straightforward victory, but no 10-8 rounds there. So they did feel that Travon Crawford had done enough to win it.
Yes.
With that, what an amazing night of fights, Ryan.
Man, top to bottom.
Big
Jeremy.
Congratulations to our new champions, Timothy Jackson, Freddie Kostovarik, and Evan Elder, also earning those 3 fight contracts here in Shamrock FC. Lightweight debut of Isaac Purnell taking out Brandon Shell via submission.
Yeah.
And then Derek Scott, again, making his professional debut with a huge win over Sergio Robles. Dylan Tolbert establishing a name against the very tough Johnny Irish, Dan O'Connor. And then, of course, our main event tonight, Brandon Lowe finishing Travon Crawford by a unanimous decision.
Oh, it was just, the whole main card was fantastic. The action was spread out so evenly throughout the preliminary card. Like I said, top to bottom, so much good things came out of this night of fighting, and 3 big championship belts got new owners.
It's been a beautiful night of fights here at River City Casino. Jeremy Johnson tonight, along with my partner Ryan Sutton. Ryan, thanks for being with me tonight.
Always, my man.
All right, and we'll see you next time right here at Shamrock Fighting Championships.